Let's start our tour in the Northeast, where some of the league's oldest franchises and newest stadiums create a perfect blend of history and innovation. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home to both the Giants and Jets, sits directly in the flight path of Newark Liberty International Airport, creating what pilots call a no-fly zone during games. What fans don't know is that on game days, the FAA actually alters flight patterns, delaying dozens of flights by an average of 15 minutes. The stadium was also built on a Native American burial ground, which some players blame for the MetLife curse. Neither team has won a playoff game since moving there in 2010. Just ask the groundskeepers who report equipment mysteriously moving overnight and unexplained cold spots on even the hottest days. As former Jets linebacker Bart Scott once said, "There's something not right about that place. You feel it the moment you step on the field." GilletteStadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, home of the Patriots dynasty, hides a network of underground tunnels that Bill Belichick specifically requested during construction. These passages allow players and coaches to move between the practice facility, locker rooms, and field without ever being seen by opponents or media. Former Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski once got lost in these tunnels for nearly an hour before a game. The stadium also features a hidden room behind the home locker room, where Belichick reportedly reviews game film immediately after the final whistle, sometimes staying until 3 or 4 a.m. before driving home. As one stadium security guard told ESPN, "I've worked here 15 years, and there are still doors I've never seen opened." LincolnFinancialField in Philadelphia hides one of the NFL's strangest secrets, a fully functioning jail cell and courtroom. Installed when the stadium opened in 2003, this mini precinct processed over 20 arrests per game during the Eagles' most rowdy seasons. The cell was nicknamed the Link Tank by security staff, and became so notorious that arrests actually decreased once word got out. The stadium also contains a secret tribute to Veterans Stadium. The concrete from the old stadium's foundation was crushed and used in the base layer of the new field, meaning players are literally running on the ghosts of Eagles past. By the way, I'm going to be posting a lot here, so it would mean a lot if you subscribed and dropped a like for the algorithm. Heading south, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta might be the NFL's most technologically advanced venue, but it hides a $1.6 billion embarrassment. The stadium's retractable roof, designed to open and close like a camera aperture, was an engineering nightmare that delayed the opening by months. What fans don't know is that the roof initially couldn't fully close once opened, leading to a secret 2 a.m. test, where engineers discovered the 8 pedals were misaligned by nearly 3 feet. The Falcons played their entire first season with the roof permanently closed while fixes were implemented. Stadium employees still call it the billion-dollar mistake. The stadium also sits on the former site of Friendship Baptist Church, one of Atlanta's oldest black churches. During excavation, workers discovered a time capsule from 1871 containing Civil War artifacts that now sit in a display case in a private area of the owner's suite. ATTStadium Stadium in Arlington, Texas, Jerry World, is a monument to excess, but its most interesting secret lies beneath the field. When construction began in 2006, workers discovered a natural spring that couldn't be diverted. Rather than relocate, Jerry Jones instructed architects to incorporate it into the design. The spring now feeds a hidden reservoir beneath the stadium that helps cool the building during Texas summers. The stadium also contains a little-known art collection valued at over $20 million, including pieces by Andy Warhol and Anish Kapoor. But perhaps the strangest secret is the star-shaped concrete foundation beneath the field, visible only during construction, that Jones had built to channel the energy of Texas toward the home team. As one construction worker put it, Jerry wanted the star under the star. The CaesarsSuperdome in New Orleans holds some of the NFL's darkest secrets. During Hurricane Katrina in 2005, the stadium served as a shelter of last resort for nearly 30,000 people. What few people know is that during renovations after the hurricane, workers reported hearing voices and seeing shadows in empty sections of the building. Security guards refused to work alone in certain areas at night, particularly the north end zone where most evacuees gathered. The stadium also contains a sealed room on the service level that holds debris and memorabilia recovered after Katrina, preserved as a memorial that's off-limits to the public. Saints players have developed rituals to cleanse their locker room of negative energy before games, including burning sage during walkthrough practices. As former Saints linebacker Scott Fujita said, There's a heaviness there that never quite goes away. Moving to the north, LambeauField in Green Bay is the NFL's most historic stadium, but its frozen tundra hides technology that would surprise most fans. Since 1997, the field has contained over 30 miles of underground heating pipes that keep the soil from freezing during Wisconsin winters. The system uses antifreeze heated to 190 degrees and burns enough natural gas to heat 1,500 homes. Stadium employees call it the world's biggest electric blanket. But Lambeau's most persistent legend involves the ghost of Vince Lombardi. Security cameras have captured unexplained shadows on the field late at night, always near the north end zone where Lombardi once stood during practices. The Packers equipment staff reports finding coaching diagrams mysteriously drawn on whiteboards in the morning, using X's and O's in a style not used since the 1960s. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers once admitted, "There have been times alone in the facility late at night when I've felt someone watching me. You can laugh, but ask anyone who's been here long enough." Soldier Field in Chicago remains one of the NFL's most controversial venues after its 2003 renovation placed a futuristic glass and steel structure inside the classical colonnades of the original 1924 stadium. What fans don't know is that the redesign was forced to work around a startling discovery. Workers found Native American artifacts dating back 2,000 years during excavation. Rather than delay construction, the Bears quietly altered the foundation plans and created a sealed archaeological site beneath the south end zone that remains untouched. The stadium also lost its National Historic Landmark status after the renovation, the only stadium ever to have this designation revoked. Bears players report extreme temperature fluctuations in the visitors' locker room. By design, hidden thermostats allow staff to make it uncomfortably hot or cold depending on the opponent. A home field advantage that's never been officially acknowledged. Acrisure Stadium, formerly Heinz Field, in Pittsburgh, contains steel beams from the original Three Rivers Stadium, melted down and reforged for the new venue. A secret tribute to the city's steelworking heritage. The stadium also features hidden terrible towel imagery in its architecture. The yellow seats form a subtle wave pattern when viewed from above, visible only from certain angles. Perhaps most interesting is the Steelers weather machine, a half-joking reference among staff to the mysterious weather patterns that seem to hit visiting teams. Statistics show that since 2001, visiting teams have played in significantly worse weather conditions, rain, snow, wind, than the Steelers face when they're on the road. As former coach Bill Cowher once quipped, "I don't know how, but this stadium makes its own weather." In the West, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, home to both the Rams and Chargers, is the NFL's most expensive venue at $5.5 billion, but its most impressive feature remains largely unknown to fans. The stadium's massive oval video board, dubbed the Oculus, contains hidden cameras and sensors that track every player's movement, creating real-time data visualizations that coaches can access on tablets during games. This technology cost over $100 million alone and provides insights not available in any other stadium. SoFi also contains a secret bunker 60 feet below the field, built to serve as an emergency command center for Los Angeles in case of natural disaster or terrorist attack. The stadium's roof, while appearing solid, is actually made of a transparent material called ETFE that allows natural light while protecting from the elements. Most remarkably, the entire structure is built on earthquake-absorbing base isolators that can move up to 5 feet horizontally during a seismic event, making it one of the safest places to be during a California earthquake. Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, the Death Star, embraces its Sin City location with hidden features that would make a casino proud. The black glass exterior isn't just for show. It contains over 10,000 LED lights that can create subtle animations visible only at certain angles, a technology borrowed from high-end Vegas hotels. The Raiders' locker room contains a secret tribute to Oakland. The floor is embedded with soil from the old Oakland Coliseum, brought over during the relocation. Perhaps most Vegas-appropriate is the stadium's hidden nightclub behind the Wynn Field Club, accessible only to VIPs and certain players, where post-game parties often last until dawn. As one stadium employee told The Athletic, "What happens in the Death Star stays in the Death Star." Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, home of the 49ers, might be in the heart of Silicon Valley, but its technology has created headaches behind the scenes. The The stadium's much-hyped app and Wi-Fi system crashed during its inaugural game, leading to a secret overnight rebuild of the entire network. Engineers worked for 72 straight hours before the second home game, replacing over 600 routers. The stadium also contains a hidden museum of tech failures, a room showcasing abandoned prototypes and ideas that didn't work, including a facial recognition system that consistently misidentified fans, and a robot food delivery system that kept getting stuck in elevators. Most embarrassingly, the stadium's original field had to be replaced 6 times in its first 2 seasons due to poor soil conditions, a fact the team tried to keep quiet while they completely redesigned the turf system. US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, with its distinctive angular glass design, has a secret that keeps engineers up at night. The sail-shaped roof, while visually stunning, creates wind patterns that have damaged nearby buildings. During construction, glass panels were repeatedly shattered by these wind vortices, forcing a last-minute redesign that cost millions. The stadium also contains a hidden Viking ship, not the decorative one fans can see, but an actual wooden vessel buried beneath the field as a good luck charm suggested by a construction worker with Norwegian heritage. Most impressively, the transparent roof sections contain a special film developed by 3M that makes them visible to birds, preventing the fatal collisions that plague many glass buildings. This technology was added after environmental groups raised concerns, and stadium staff now track and report bird activity as part of an ongoing study. Paycor Stadium, formerly Paul Brown Stadium, in Cincinnati, sits along the Ohio River and contains flood protection that most fans never consider. The entire electrical system is designed to be quickly disconnected and raised above flood level within 2 hours, a feature tested during the Ohio River floods of 2018, when water came within 400 yards of the stadium. The Bengals' home also contains one of the NFL's most unusual features, a series of carefully placed speakers that create dead zones, where opposing teams can't hear each other, particularly in the red zone. This acoustic advantage was designed by the same engineers who work on concert halls, creating subtle sound cancellation that's undetectable to broadcast microphones but significant on the field. What's your favorite NFL stadium secret? Have you experienced something strange at a game that might confirm these stories? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this tour of the NFL's hidden stadium secrets, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into football history and culture. Next week, we'll be exploring the NFL's forgotten rivalries, the team feuds that burned hot and then mysteriously disappeared. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the NFL, the most interesting stories often happen when the cameras aren't rolling.